want, things like that, just to kind of keep that conversation going and, find out who's a real buyer and who's not. Have you guys done anything like that?
I haven't.
Just heard about it.
Sorry, Gina.
Go ahead, Heather.
No, I was saying I haven't done that, but I have seen that, and somebody has reached out to me with buyers to make an offer. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that work?
I mean, at least it continues the conversation. It makes my seller feel happy, I think, because it seems like that we're thinking outside the box. We're trying to really engage with the people that are coming through versus just the, they're interested but still looking type of thing. It shows that we're putting it out there, and then they can determine, is this a real buyer? What's our bottom line? We're kind of getting ahead of things and not just sitting stagnant. I think that's been effective.
Well, I think it's so important too right now just to have the interaction and the communication with the realtors to get the feedback for your sellers, and have, you have a buyer to actually call the seller's agent back so that they have something to tell their client. I've just been seeing, a lot lately when I've had listings sit, instead of just sitting back and every week being like, well, nothing's happening, to actually like start reaching out to people in our industry to see what's going on in their units and how many showings they're doing and what they're doing. People have been real responsive with that, and I think it helps out a lot with our clients.
Yeah, I feel like the communication has increased dramatically during the pandemic as far as communication with brokers with competing listings, just to see what's, what their feedback is, traffic and things like that. So I think that's something that has been helpful, and hopefully it continues.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'd like to hear more about the preemptive offer, Chris. So what are you doing, like percentage wise? Give me an example.
I mean, probably pull one up on an email, but it's kind of like I already have a conversation with my seller. Like when I take a listing on in the fall, especially, like, okay, this is going to be our initial list price, and then what are we going to do in 30 days? We have to have that plotted out, because we know that the market times are longer, especially on the higher price points. So, if we're getting a lot of traffic, say we're listed at $1 million, we're getting a lot of traffic, we know that our bottom line is say like 925 or 950, whatever. Then we'll come back and we'll lower our price. I don't typically like to go bottom line, but some people will. They'll say like, look, this, just give them the bottom line, and this is what it is. And then so we'll give them a number, and then say like we have like maybe some kind of home run system set in, or something like that, or patio furniture, something, another like kind of carrot to throw out there that somebody may want. And then we kind of go back with that, just some like initial terms that are pretty broad, flexible, things like that, just to kind of, separate ourselves from maybe the 3 or 4 other listings that they're looking at. But there's not like a set percentage. I will say this, that I do always get a response from the buyer's broker, whether or not, it comes with an offer, remains to be seen, the percentage of that, but it does engage them. And at least it shows to my client that we're doing everything that we can to engage people on the other end. And then it also weeds out who's really a buyer on our property or not. So that way we know, what next steps look like.
I like that. I might have to try that today.
Really. Hey, Josh, I've got a question for you. Since you are more the sort of realtor / developer, what are you seeing with development going into next year with the downward pressure of building costs going up and acquisition costs not really going down? So can you speak to that? I know lumber is just through the roof, and what are you seeing with building costs in terms of percentage of increase and all that? Like what does it looking like out there?
They're kind of all over the board. Like lumber, of course, is just absolutely insane right now. It's like 40% higher. Then just supply chain issues. Like, we have a home that a custom home we're building. One of the things right now, we ordered the Trex decking. I think we ordered that in like March, and it's still not here. Lots of challenges, but I'm kind of the wrong person to ask, just because when this pandemic hit, a lot of other developers kind of like pumped the brakes and were sitting on the sidelines and kind of the wait and see mentality. And, people kind of called me crazy at the time. I was pretty aggressive. My partner and I, we're still buying, pedal to the metal. We're kind of in the mindset like, listen, the fact that other people are sitting on the sidelines is great because we're going to keep building. This is going to bounce back. It's Chicago. It's a blip. And when we deliver, there's going to be that much less, competition with new construction. And, that's proven to be true. Knock on wood. We've been selling our stuff quickly and pre-MLS. But I mean, it's tricky because like build costs fluctuate all the time. And also now, we're kind of getting to the point where with the new projects, like, if you don't have the foundation in the ground pretty soon, you're probably not going to start until next year. But and there's still lots of permits being pulled, lots of demolition going on. I think a lot of buyers out there, are drawn to the new construction, and I don't know if there's any relation directly correlated to COVID and just the fact that everything's brand new and nobody's lived there, and you're the first person to step in there and sit on the toilets. I don't know, but
Nice.
that I think that
that.
new construction is definitely moving right now, for whatever reason. And also kind of just to the other points, like people want turnkey, something that they don't have to move into and be like, all right, I got to do this. Like, how am I going to do this? It's going to cost a fortune. How do I go about doing it if I can't leave my house? Like, I can't have people in my house doing work. It's just like, it kind of solves all those problems by just saying, this is brand new. Like, I don't have to worry about it. I move in and I love it and everything's done.
Yep.
So.
Cool.
I'm also finding the contractors to be excessively busy right now. I mean, a lot of the good ones that I work with in my own homes that I'm building, and then houses for clients that want renovations, they want to redo their kitchen. I'm like, listen, the good ones are a few months out right now. I don't, I could throw someone at the wall, but I don't want to give you a bad recommendation either. So I don't know if you're seeing that, Josh, or how that's working, but my good ones,
I mean,
4 months out right now.
Same thing with materials, like, capacity wise for contractors, they always say, oh, I'm good. Don't worry. I could do it. I'm good. And then like, they're bouncing from project to project and you can't keep them at one site. And they kind of, start holding you hostage to, wanting more money and pay up front, to keep them there. I'm going through that right now with the project we have on Oakdale.
Yeah.
Mason just like disappeared for a week. And he's like, I need another 30 grand. And like, dude, we need another floor. Like, come on. It's
I
like,
know.
and the reality is like,
deposit.
you kind of got to just bite the bullet and do it because they know that you got to get projects done, especially the masonry and the mortar and the weather. It's like, it's a balancing act for sure.
Definitely.
We're seeing tons of construction. I mean, we have a construction product and one-time close, and we're busy, very busy with that product right now. People are renovating homes, or people are buying homes and are buying lots and tearing them down. So we see a lot of that going on right now.
Are you funding a lot of multifamily projects right now, or just more like single families?
Well, I'm in more of the single family side, 1 to 4 units, but we are, we do a lot of big projects downtown, mezzanine stuff, and they're still, as I said before, they're still bullish. They feel it's just going to be a little low, but it's going to hang in there.
What is their concern with, like, on the commercial side with, obviously there's 3 that are going to be tough next year. Office is 1, retail is 2, and I mean, multifamily is going to struggle with the downward pressure on rents. So, as far as like existing loans, are you seeing them, readjust that, do interest only for a short period of time where there's a high number of vacancies and things like that? Or how are they addressing that so that they don't have their, you don't see the number of defaults that you did in 2008?
Right. We like last time I checked, all our guys were kind of hanging in there, believe it or not. And yeah, they needed if they need help, the attitude was we're gonna help them on the commercial side. So yes, but I'd have to get a new update. That was about 30 days ago. I, kind of poke around, see how things were going. And our portfolio was hanging in there at that point. And there were a few that we did help out and forbearance and put on the end of the loan and things like that. So
Sure.
we are trying to work with them.
Okay.
Have you been seeing a lot of forbearance, George?
We see a lot of it we see them on I would say I'm trying to think, I've probably seen it about 40% of the time with my borrowers. Because it really didn't affect your credit. You had to run with it. But if you wanted to go buy something, you had to bring it up to speed and start making payments again. Okay. So, if someone's going to say, hey, it's not going to hurt you, and why not? People are going to do it. You see with some student loans were the same way. I'm talking about, mortgages and on student loans too, that it was like, hey, why not? It's not affecting the credit. But, if you didn't want to go buy the house or refinance, then you had to bring it up to speed. So, it was kind of like a why notter, right? So, didn't hurt. And I believe some of them, they didn't have to. They were fine, but it was there. So,
Yeah.
Why not? But, so I think there's going to be another second round coming, of allowing that. So. Hope that answers your question.
It does.
It's such a roller coaster of a year. Do you guys have some success stories to share?
Somebody's got to have a success story.
This is so. Let me. Great question,
Great.
Heather. Let me frame it with this. It is okay to brag about yourself now. Okay, go.
I can talk. Can I talk? I'll brag a little bit.
All right.
This is on a personal level, which obviously bleeds into the professional stuff. But man, my daughter has been the best distraction for everything that's happened this year. So if you don't plan on having a kid, get a dog or something, find a distraction, because I'll tell you what, it's like she was the best medicine. And
How old is she?
She just turned 1.
Years.
So she was definitely a quarantine baby. And, I was able to spend a lot of time with her. Josh, you can probably attest to this. Everything goes away. All the problems go away when you're just in the room with this kid. So, but that takes on different forms. Just find a distraction. That's my advice.
I second that. Definitely.
Yeah.
My little girl, she turned 2 in August, and she's putting full sentences together. It's crazy the things she says. I almost have her negotiating deals. It's great distraction.
Oh, sorry. Chris?
Oh, go ahead.
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. I was just going to say, it's not really a success story, but I feel like, especially in March and April, I felt everybody worked together much better. People were just more willing to be accommodating, just kind of understood like the gravity of the moment. Just for instance, I did a new construction deal with Michael Yeagles, a single family home. And we went under contract the week of shelter in place. And delivery date was September 1st. And they just allowed us to keep extending like attorney review out, kind of indefinitely. They weren't on the market at the time, so they didn't really have anything to lose, but it was like, everybody was nervous. Nobody knew how this was going to shake out. And they were just really accommodating and really just, it made my clients feel, they just appreciated it. They appreciated just the candor of how they were like, look, we don't know what's going to happen here. And we're willing to just, kind of ride this out with you and see what happens. And that was great. And we closed, and they have a wonderful home. But it was a wild ride there for about 3 or 4 weeks. Jumbo loans went crazy. They didn't even know if they were going to be able to finance it for a little bit. And, but everybody stuck together, and, you know, I guess that's a success story.
It is. I had clients come in town from Mexico City about a month ago, and I met them in March, the weekend of St. Patrick's Day, when everybody started social distancing and things started getting pretty weird out there. And they were like, you know, we were probably going to rent in the city this summer. This is before shelter in place happened. Maybe we'll buy a place eventually. Well, you know, everything locked down after that, and we kept in touch. And they just came in town a month ago, and they bought a new construction right downtown, like in the Loop. And it kind of restored my faith in the city, that there's people that still like love our city. They believe in our city. They're willing to like put money into our city, even with everything that's been going on. So I thought that was a good one.
But yeah,
For me, you know, my business grew quite a bit during quarantine because of, again, everyone wanting to fix up their homes, but just kind of another revenue channel opened up for me. And that was kind of consulting from afar, and kind of sending over, for those who were not comfortable with anyone in their home for a while, sending over a design plan that was executable by the client themselves. So here's your options, here's links to those options. You know, they're kind of using me in like an interior design consulting type manner, and they just don't know where to start. But if I send them a bunch of links and options, they can kind of pick and choose from there and do their own kind of design just from me. So that's something that I started doing a lot. And I guess that would be my success story, is just kind of growing a new piece of business from this.
Yeah, I'm very similar again to Julie. I guess we're kind of
related
businesses, but with September and October were our biggest months ever since inception. I mean, we have just been, yay. It's just been skyrocketing because so many people are looking to, and it's not just people that are home that are looking to, you know, improve and update. We've actually had a lot of people with new construction, which is also, like Heather said, I'm just like so happy people are still like buying in the city, still building in the city. It's like, okay, good. We're, you know, not going completely downhill here. It's a scary idea that downtown may never be the same, but. So
that's why these sessions are important, to let everybody out there know people are still buying in the city.
People are still buying in the city. We have done a ton in the city in the last few months, just new construction and people that are moving into the city. So it's definitely good to see. It's not all over yet.
I think people are going to go back to offices. I think people initially, it was like, oh, great, this is so cool. See, boss, I told you I could do my job from home. And now everybody's kind of craving being together. So, you know, there might be some differences, of course, but I think people are going to go back. They're going to want to be in an office. Maybe they want some more flexibility. Maybe they want, you know, to stay home if they have a low grade fever, don't feel well, whereas normally they would have fought through it and gone in. But I think we'll see people back together in the city.
To add to that, Julie, so I have a client who works at Amazon, and they are snatching up commercial office space like crazy right now. They know that everyone's going back to work. People are more collaborative and creative when they're together. It's going to be a different environment. It's going to be, actually, they're looking for larger, open, bigger spaces to spread people out. But so like the dynamic in the office will be different, but people will be in the office. That's their prediction. So, I mean, so it's interesting to see that sort of on the horizon.
And I could kind of expand on that too from a personal level. I work with the Land and Sea guys, and we're opening up another Parsons in, I guess in April in Andersonville. So we took over a failed restaurant. So they feel bullish about, you know, the market as well. They think Chicago is going to stand pretty strong. So I think it's going to be more neighborhood based, to be honest with you. I think the Loop is probably going to struggle a little bit, but I think the neighborhoods are going to flourish, especially in that restaurant realm right now. And outdoor space is the key.
Yeah, with the outdoor space, no doubt. Yeah. Smart. And they have good food.
Cheap.
That helps. Yeah. Cheap, good food.
Yeah, exactly.
That's been a bright spot, is creativity from restaurants, and some of the really high-end restaurants offering take home like the YouTube videos where you make it yourself, and the walking cocktail. Like, please do not change that. Like, let's definitely keep some of this good stuff going.
I think that's a good, I'll wrap up with kind of a round robin question, and James, I'll ask you first because I know you had to go a few minutes earlier, but before we do that, I did check the screenshot. There was one person, I'm not going to say who wasn't smiling. So we're going to do one more screenshot. Okay. Please hold, show your teeth. All right. 1, 2, 3. All right. I think we have, that is beautiful. That is definitely making an issue. So I'll ask Julie, great. I like that. I just want to ask, like, what are people doing to kind of support local? And it doesn't have to be a restaurant, and we can just quick round robin, 15, 30 seconds. And then we can end at 10, 15. So, anybody can go first. Just anything that you're doing.
I'll jump in. Sorry.
Actually, James, I know you got a jet. James,
yeah,
and then
unfortunately,
go.
Real quick. So,
go, man.
Every year we do sort of a client event at the end of the year to thank our clients and have some fun. Not doing that this year. So we've started to sort of spitball some different ideas, and we landed on an idea that actually supports local restaurants and gives to our clients a nice little gift. So each member of the team selected their favorite smaller restaurant in Chicago that we can support. And then we're just going to send sort of an email out to our clients, letting them choose a gift card from one of those restaurants. So that's our gift. Yeah. So we're excited about that to help out.
Love it, ma'am. Simple. Heather, go ahead. What were you saying?
I was saying I've been doing Bang Bang pantry pickup each week because they're not open on a full-time basis right now. So you can buy pies and granola and everything and pick it up on Fridays. And I've been doing a lot of Longman and Eagle pickup cocktails as well. So yeah, but just trying to support as much as possible with gift cards to clients, with, takeout. And when the outdoor seating was happening, just trying to get out there. I'm in Logan Square, so trying to help all the local businesses.
I am doing a staycation this weekend. So I am going to stay with a girlfriend, actually a family member, at the Virgin Hotel downtown. And they are offering right now a special discount for residents to encourage people to do a staycation. So we decided to give that a go, but they've gotten really creative with what you can do there too. They offer like a cocktail do-it-yourself service and a bunch of other options. So that's what we're doing.
Nice. I had a recently drone video produced for the Edgebrook area. And in the video, it highlights all the businesses going down Devon Avenue. I've mentioned a couple of them in the video, and I'm just trying to boost that out there to support our local Edgebrook businesses.
Great
Yeah, I've
idea.
done the same thing with, oh, sorry. Are you talking? I was going to say the same thing. If I can buy something without going to Amazon and with going to a local business, even just masks, instead of going on Amazon and buying masks, there's so many cute little boutiques that are making their own masks with fun prints, and just to support them in that way. And then people will see the mask, hey, and where'd you get that? And just to give them a little boost, something like that. And that's nice.
That's great.
Yeah, I've done the same thing, where clients move into the neighborhood, try to get them a couple gift cards to local businesses and things like that to kind of acclimate them to the neighborhood as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
Andy, I got a jet here too. I just realized I forgot I had something at 10:30.
Oh, we're good. I mean, yeah, we're wrapping up with this. So, I mean,
Cool.
This is going to be kind of the official, unofficial closing comments. Final thoughts. Yeah. So, if you want to share something, George, I think everybody's gone. Yeah.
Everyone's gone.
Yeah. Anything you're doing to support local, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a
No,
restaurant.
our group of friends, 3 nights a week, we are ordering from all our local restaurants that we usually go to. So we're doing that. The other good thing is, I just tell everybody, last month, I just got word that, we went from 60% purchase 60% purchase versus 40% refi. So
Wow.
purchase market's happening now. You
On the
know, 3 months ago, that was the other way,
Mhm.
30-70. So good news. So that's huge. Purchase market's coming alive. So I think we had that late spring. It's all like you guys were talking about, kind of late, and it's moving. So it's kind of shocking actually that happened. If you ask me, it's just being in the woods sometimes, but great news for all of us.
That is, it's on the upswing. So I'm going to cut the live feed. Everybody,
All right,
thanks for
thank
joining
you.
us.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Nice meeting you all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
All right.
take care.
Andy,
No
thanks for
live
putting
feed
it
now.
together.
Yeah,
Now,
thanks,
now,
Andy.
now you can say 4-letter words. I'm just kidding. But seriously, guys, thanks for. Did I cut the live feed? Okay. You know, my daughter, when she gets a Facebook account, will scroll through my timeline. You know, hey, you said no. I'm just kidding. But seriously, everybody, thanks for this. If you're interested in hopping on another one of these, email me. We've calendared these out now. I think until January. Just they've been popular. So what we usually do is shuffle the deck a little, get some different realtors, different partners on. So if you're interested, just let us know. But I'll let you go out. Have a productive Tuesday.
Awesome. Bye. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Adios.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thanks.